Yeah, it finally happened. I think Attuma is actually a real card and a really fun card as well. This got a big change in today's over-the-air update. Instead of destroying himself when he's not alone at a location, instead now he reads, after each turn, destroy one of your cards here with less power. So anything that's smaller than Attuma can be destroyed. It's not targeting the lowest power. It's just anything with less power. So, you know, some of the classic destroy staples, now you can use Attuma as an activator to pop out a Bucky Barnes Winter Soldier or whatever. But I think the thing that really I enjoyed today and surprised me was Nimrod. This creates a great line with Attuma into Nimrod, basically destroying that Nimrod on turn 5, so that heading into turn 6, you've already established multiple Nimrods, which can still feed in greatly to things like, you know, Carnage and Venom as that like turn 6 follow-up. And then you're still getting a nice 4-10 to boot. So you've got like this great card setting up for this great follow-up. You know, right now we kind of use Shuri into Nimrod. This is a slightly different look that still supports the rest of the Destroy package. It's not like all in on this kind of 2-card line. Attuma still fits in rather well. And you just get these like crazy boards of Nimrods, and Nova is actually really great to support that because you've got extra bodies down. Nova's buffing your Wolverines, your Nimrods, everything else. This card was like literally a 111 for me in many instances, buffing like an entirely full board. Attuma also, don't forget, like on turn 6 at the end of the game, he often hits another line of Nimrods that have kind of moved back into his location after you like Venom or Carnage them. So he's just like this Nimrod machine. I also tried out the new Destroyer in this stack. He also got a pretty significant change, a little bit of a stat nerf, but now he only impacts other locations. So you can play this next to big stuff and keep it safe. So, you know, if you've like established a Venom early or something, you know, you can play Destroyer without risking your Venom, but maybe still enable some Nimrods and Wolverines and Novas or whatever else in this deck is needed. Now, that said, you know, in general, I don't think this list is perfectly refined by any means. I'm not really sure Destroyer even belongs in here necessarily. He was kind of okay a few times. Death is also maybe not the best, but can be great against like Zoo or whatever with Killmonger. Clearly, there are still moments. So I do think this needs some refinement. It's clearly a move away from like Deadpool and Null, which are staples in Destroy right now. The turn 6 slot in particular just seemed really crowded when you had Destroyer and the kind of 2-card Destroy combos on turn 6 post Nimrod. So Null didn't seem like a good fit, and you don't really have enough support for Deadpool in here. So I don't know what Destroy is going to look like. I don't even know if necessarily Attuma makes sense, but I think he does. Like, this is kind of a Deadpool enabler sometimes if you want to run him in Deadpool. He's just a big body that adds this nice, reliable layer of stats that is also serving as an enabler. So I think he's pretty cool for the Destroyer archetype in general now, and certainly really, really cool with Nimrod. As you're going to see in this video, it can create some really big moments and some really big boards. So I personally love this change so far. Interesting little Destroy set. Bucky admittedly hasn't felt great this deck, just because, I don't know, man, like you want to destroy him early and then he's kind of left around for Destroyer. It feels weird. Would love to see an Attuma this game though. Oh, I thought I hit in turn. Sorry, opponent. Attuma Nimrod's great. Oh, they might be going to Human Torch Nimrod plan. I don't think Attuma fits as well into that world personally, but I'm intrigued by it. Do we use the Killmonger now? Probably not. Oh, maybe. I don't know if this may or may not be this doesn't really look like a Phoenix Force to me, because you wouldn't want these together necessarily early, because now it's hard to get your activation. So I actually think we just Killmonger before we lose it, because we may not get it back. Like, Attilan makes life pretty hard. Vulture. Okay, yeah, this is more traditional move. That Vulture's also pretty big and nasty. Hopefully they were like trying to do bouncy stuff though, and now they just don't really have good bounce. That would be pretty cool. Attuma, we just want to see that Nimrod back now, dude. Nimrod here would be so insane. Getting buffed first. Oh, that would just be... Oh, Attuma's moving left though, you idiot! Wait, Hercules is gonna save me! Hercules, I love you! I'm a genius! I knew it. Oh, I'm so good. I wish it was right, but we take it all day. It's fine. We're not mad at all. Hercules, you're just the best. They played right into my plans, you fool. Big bodies for them right is unfortunate. That does mean just like a lot of power to contend with. Okay, so to me, like mid looks
all systems go.
Because Dagger's gonna get huge. All of these are gonna move mid with a Heimdall, we assume. So I think we should probably really focus on winning right. Which, if we go Deathlock for 5. Oh, hold up. We want this too, though. Well, I also need to win left, though. It's not like it's free left. Oh God, what's the right way to do this? Boy, that's gonna send one Nimrod right. This Carnage is gonna send a Nimrod left and mid. I mean, mid, we're actually going to be pretty dang strong. This might just come down to where the Wolverine rolls. I guess this is the same difference here, right? This, if I do it in this order, this Nimrod moves over first, and then Deathlock sends even more back. I don't know, are we actually going... They might be kind of empty or only have 9 power right, so it might be okay that we don't go super strong right. I think there's a pretty good chance we win mid because that dagger's just not scaling enough. I think this is just gonna do it, man. I think we're really big here. I think this is gonna hit, right?
Enough said.
We got 8 power to start left. Wolverine is fine, I guess, right? Well, yeah, no, that's perfect, actually. Yeah, no, that's perfect. So, oh, I guess we are giving up right. We're only gonna have 6 right, but it's so much power elsewhere, it doesn't matter. This is just like crazy amount of power. This is wild, dude. The extra chains. Oh wait. Oh, the Attuma's a God, this is so cool. Victory. The Attuma goes off again. I forgot. It hits another Nimrod to steal us back right as well. This is so crazy. When this works, it is silly, dude. Okay, Carnage on 2 on his lonesome here. None of our enablers is sad, really sad. Like we have 4 cards we want to eat basically early, but we can save the Carnage for late. The problem is in this deck, there's not like, you know, there's no like Shuri Nimrod to really set that up. Because you've kind of got a different angle to it. You know, you can play Attuma on 4 and Nimrod on 5 and get like more Nimrods, basically. The Attuma giving you like an extra potential chain, which is exactly what we're going to do, by the way. We're going to play Attuma left, I think. Maybe it's mid, so we have a little bit more flexibility for Baxter building stuff, I guess. Maybe it's Attuma mid. And then it's Nimrod on 5. We get a Nimrod here and a Nimrod here, and then we play Destroyer here. No, we wouldn't really want Destroyer here. It may not be a Destroyer. It might be like Carnage plus another Eat, right? Yeah, I think so. Oh, magic changes things. That's interesting. I mean, we're going to have a lot of Nimrods flying around, but positionally, like power per position against like Broodlings, they might struggle. They may not be big enough. You know, like we're clearly looking at some like Silver Surfer buffs and stuff here. Like, you know, these can easily go to 8 each. Like 6 power Nimrods in each spot might not be enough to overcome. We do have Nova, and you know, we can kind of power spike a little bit with a death too. So there's definitely ways to get bigger here. But Venom is good. Venom is good. So if we go Carnage here into Venom here, actually we can go ahead and put in an X23 as well, right? I mean, technically, I guess the X23 could roll right for this Venom and you'd lose a Nimrod hit. I don't really want to see that. Don't really know if we need the energy cheat necessarily. Killmonger Nova's sort of a decent line later. I actually don't know how... Are we going to be full right? Are we going to have too many Nimrods right? Because Attuma's going to go off again. I really honestly don't know how this is going to go, but it's pretty cool. I like that we're going to see something interesting happen here. Does Attuma hit both of them? Because... Or all 3, actually. How does this work? I honestly have no idea what's about to happen. Oh, my God. I really wish this was a 6-turn game, though. I'll tell you that. What does Attuma do here? Does he just pick a random one? Yeah, okay, he doesn't pick all at the same size. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. That gives me some flexibility here mid. Dude, this is actually crazy power output though, you know? That order's obviously not right. Oh, actually, this is gonna destroy. Wait, do I want it to just? They're just done. It doesn't matter. This is crazy. Imagine that on a 6-turn game. That's crazy power output. That's so crazy. I don't know what the right turn was here, but maybe you just leave the Nova here at the end. You don't actually have to play a Killmonger, but it's kind of the biggest thing I have anyway, right? And it probably technically, no, actually doesn't hit the opponent at all right now. Obviously, Nova was going to be a monster play. Nova was going to be worth basically, what, 11 power here this game or something? A 111 because we have so many bodies. This is actually nuts. Like, this is kind of scary. I don't think my deck list is gonna be perfect, but Attuma Nimrod into Carnage Venom looks pretty crazy. That looks silly. Okay, Wolverine Deathlock is pretty reasonable start. Destroyer can't go left, so if we do commit like a Deathlock left, there is, oh, where's my Killmonger baby? There's that world where the Destroyer kind of hits strange. X-23 could give me a turn 5 Destroyer actually involved. That might be pretty sweet. So go Wolverine here. X-23 Carnage. Oh. If we go X-23 Carnage here, next turn is Deathlock plus Nova, I guess. There is, depending on like where these land and the positionality of this, there is some weirdness there. It may not be perfect. But you know, we'll have the top deck too to see what changes. Like Nimrod might be something we think is interesting. Okay, if these go right, I'm really happy. I really wanted the X-23 more than I wanted the Wolverine, unfortunately. Venom burned. There's the Nimrod. Okay. So this doesn't let me play Destroyer, but it does let me do Nimrod. Well, I really can't play Destroyer mid, so this, you have to assume Carnage is kind of getting destroyed, right? I mean, if I'm going for a Destroyer anyway, I guess you do this, right? It's so weird though. All these are getting destroyed by Destroyer if I play the Destroyer though. Like, I want to play Destroyer on 5, but I also just want a Nimrod. No, this can't be right, can it? There's just no way this is right. Let's go Nimrod here, and then maybe we just go like Nova Deathlock next turn. You know, nothing fancy. Cersei Electro. Ordinary. Okay, that's pretty big, yeah. This basically pushes Death to 4. It pushes a Nimrod left at 7. Nimrod mid. We're not actually very good left unless a Wolverine rolls there, I suppose. Oh, God. Well, that's the worst. That's just the absolute worst thing that's ever happened. Just the worst thing that's ever happened. So hear me out. Is this actually right, dude? It moves a Nimrod mid. It moves a Nimrod left, and it moves a Wolverine right or left. I mean, it might actually be right, despite the Destroyer only being 2 power. This is wild. There's no way this is right. Blob's too good mid, probably right. Is it gonna be too good mid? Where are we at?
Enough said, bub.
Rest.
Nimrod. Oh, we're it's going down to 2. So what are we at? We're losing 12. We're fine. Dude, Destroyer didn't just go down to, dude, this is wild. Destroyer didn't go down to 14. He went down to 2, and we still get there. I love it. I love it. Ooh, that feels like a good Venom target, although without Null, I don't know if it's that useful. I can't. Every video I talk about Null, maybe I ought to just cut Bucky for Null. I don't know though, man. I'm still not 100% convinced we need it. So that's a Killmonger body at least. Wolverine's a decent Deathlock body. Wakanda could be trouble for us. Wolverine gets stuck there. Old school Attuma would have appreciated this. New school Attuma is sad. Very sad. Bishop and Korg together. Okay, so it might be more of a bouncy rocks as opposed to big rocks. Speaking of rocks, yeah, do we just load up this Venom now maybe? Just to get the Wolverine cycled again. Destroyer is pretty intriguing because if we do get like big stuff here, like, you know, theoretically could protect it from the Destroyer and then protect another location of the Destroyer via his new effect, you know, just like put him left or whatever. But I don't know, Venom's already mid and feeling pretty important there. Ooh, I kind of wish I'd saved my Venom. So like, for instance, you know, like we said, if I go Nimrod here, well, you know what we could do maybe is Nimrod here and then Destroyer here. We lose this monster. We kind of... It just feels like it sucks, though. I don't know. Like, this would be pretty sweet here if we hit Attuma, maybe? But without an Attuma, I don't know. I mean, like we said, you can still do Destroyer mid, but you don't feel like you're strong enough right in that case. Oh, you definitely feel like you're strong enough right. Dude, I need this Wakanda to go away. No Attuma either, boy. I mean, it just doesn't really feel like you're winning right, you know? Like, kind of weird, like, just not doing anything with the Nimrod, but maybe it's okay? Like, Wakanda's just completely screwed me here, dude. I don't know. I think they're gonna do, like, Dark Hawk left or something, and I'm in trouble. I'm not sure.
I want the throne.
Let's see if we get big enough. It doesn't really feel like we're gonna be big enough. 12? Oh, Iron Man. That's chill. That's chill. Yeah, no, we're totally big enough. Okay, sweet.
I am Iron Man.
Weird game, dude. Weird game. I gotta say, man, I feel like maybe people aren't playing Nova enough. I feel like Nova's not in a lot of Destroy decks, weirdly. Yeah, let me double check that. I don't know if that's true. You know, usually it's like the full Deadpool package. You just don't have room for Nova. Yeah, there's like no Novas in decks with Carnage. Carnage is just an example of a Destroy card I would expect to see in Destroy decks. Dude, Nova's felt really good to me today. I don't know, dude. Like, he's a surprisingly high amount of power every time. That's why we're trying a different look on this, you know. Okay, we like the start of this here. This is okay. DC, not great for us. I would argue Death is probably not that great either. This deck, I feel like, definitely needs some tweaks. I felt like Bucky's been bad. Death has been okay. I can't begrudge Death too much. She's had her moments, I suppose. But hasn't felt like a star, that's for sure. So I think patience is definitely the name of the game when you're looking at Nimrods, but I sure hope we hit an Attuma. The Nimrods feel 1,000 times better with Attuma, that's for sure. Carnage Venom can make them good, but without like a Shuri to preempt, to like set that up, it's a little tougher. We don't do this yet, do we? It lets me get a Nimrod down next turn, but to what end? I don't think to any end, really. I think we wait. Carnage is just too good post Nimrod. We need to make sure we have 2 ways to kill Nimrods on 6 potentially. We also have right now kind of a decent Destroyer setup for the record as well. Is Carnage gone or is Death? Death is gone. Wait, did they also discard a Death? Am I insane? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they seem to be like some big hella stuff going on here. Man, this is so tempting. So tempting, dude. Let's put it here for now. I think it's still gonna be Nimrod, but like you just put the Nimrod here and destroy this, you know. And then you have to draw a Venom or Deathlock in the next 2 turns, I guess. Maybe there's still a Destroyer left plan too, but it's kind of getting harder and harder to think that looks right. Yeah, so here we go. Nimrod here. You go like Deathlock here. You hope to hit X23 right. You Carnage right. Well, hold up. You got to hit the Nimrod first. In any case, I think this is a fine place to put this. So this is actually also pretty decent Destroyer top deck, I think. It might still be better. Okay, so it's Deathlock here, Carnage here, because you got 4 bodies. The only downside is the Carnage does feel a bit wasted, but you want to send the Nimrods left and right, I guess, right? Problem is you don't really end up with, you only get 2 Nimrods here and they're each at 7. 14 power left, maybe 17 with X23. It doesn't feel great to me, but I definitely don't want to contest the Red Hulk. I feel kind of bad about not getting a Killmonger in, but think the we're so
Minions
cooked.
to me.
Magneto doesn't screw us. Death is too big though, right? Are we big enough to beat 20 though? Actually, probably not. We're at 11 plus 7 plus 3. 21. There's an X23 as well, I guess. We're good left, I think. Hold up. What? It's 20. No! I thought it was 21. Oh, 11 plus 6 plus 3. I gave Nimrod the buff twice in my brain. Oh, this X23, dude. All you had to do is roll here. So close. Yeah, this was definitely kind of a fail state version of the deck, but it wasn't bad, right? Like, if you look closely, 20, 14, and 12, it's not great power output for sure, but it's not bad. It's not terrible. Okay, pretty good destroy fodder. I haven't done Bucky yet in this deck. Still seems kind of bad. I'm not yet in love with the Bucky. I don't know what my hair is doing today. I did something different today, and I'm regretting it. It's when you got a lot of hair, you can do so many things. Do a lot of different things. Okay, Weapon X. Don't lose anything good. That's actually fine. We love Wolverine. That's not the right spot though. Yeah, maybe we just go for the big Carnage here. It's a decent Deathlock too. As long as he's, well, you kind of don't like the Bucky getting there, but you do like everything getting, you know, Death getting discounted and stuff's pretty nice. We could also just save all of this stuff for Destroyer later, you know? We haven't really been doing a lot of the turn 6 Destroyer stuff. Okay. No, we're gonna go. It does suck to have 2 bodies in Thunderbolt's tower, but it's just where the cards win, you know. Dude, everybody's playing Destroy, no surprise. Attuma's awesome. I haven't actually seen anybody play Attuma or Destroyer yet, though. Weirdly, I've seen a ton of Destroy, but none of the new stuff has actually popped up quite yet. So that's intriguing. Okay. Oh, Oscorp Tower coming in late. This is a really, really nice Carnage, though, I think. Hopefully everything doesn't end up left. This is one of those games where I'm suddenly wishing we had that null. Again, the logic there is that, you know, we were hoping to have other things to do on turn 6. A la, you know, Nimrod into Venom Carnage or a Destroyer on turn 6. So we wouldn't have a lot of space for an ult, but I don't know, dude. I'm kind of missing it at the moment. There's the Attuma. Okay, misses the Deadpool. Do note this does not say hits the lowest cost. It just hit our lowest power. It's a lower. One with less power, but it can be anything with less power. So sometimes a little hard to get right. I mean, we definitely don't want a Destroyer, I don't think. I think we do want to Attuma. I don't see any reason to play the Death just yet. I think more flexibility here would be better. I am sad to say I don't know that our final draw here is going to be particularly helpful. I don't know that Destroyer and Death are going to feel like enough of a play. Maybe. Okay, we do know their null is mid, so... Avoiding mid could be quite intriguing. In other words, you know, something like this is maybe not that bad. Like, you get big here, obviously. You hope that X23 and Wolverine roll here, and then you have Death, worst case. Wolverine is so jacked. I love it. It's just like, you know, you don't really trust Killmonger, of course. I think this is our best bet. I just don't think it's a good bet. It's a risky bet, but I think it's our best bet. So we'll see. Oh, sorry. I started writing a message. The phone was taking a long time there. Wolverine, roll. Oh, that's the wrong spot for X23. Roll left. We may not need it though. Maybe it's better right. They didn't play anything over there. Maybe unless there's like an Arnim Zola or something. Oh, that Wolverine might screw me. Oh god, Wolverine might screw me. Oh god. Oh god. Oh good. That's fine. Let's freaking go. The Destroyer, dude. That Wolverine clutched it. We would have had a tie here and obviously would have gotten destroyed by the null 69. All right, it has legit been forever since I played a real destroy deck. Excuse me, Wolverine. What have you done? I mean, yeah, let's do I actually want oh god, I actually don't. Do I even want my pig to be destroyed? Kind of just want to play Deathlock, right? I mean, I do have death discounts to consider, but
Hey, I found a rook.
well, I was gonna say, without a Killmonger, it's sometimes hard to get that death down. I'm not sure death is even right for this deck, to be honest, but I think she's probably okay. There is also the world where you cheat a destroyer early thanks to X23 and go that route. Oh, Widow's Bite with Carnage is pretty chill. Oh god, Bifrost is, oh, I'm a genius. No, this was totally the plan all along. I know what I'm doing. We're definitely Bifrost moves before Asgard, so this is genius. I knew what was up. I knew Widow's Bite was on the way. Yeah, I don't know if death belongs in this deck or not. You know, there is enough Killmonger action and enough, like, I think it's possible to get death down to like 3 or 4 or something. You know, you destroy a Nova, an X23, a Bucky, a Wolverine, that's already 4. That doesn't count any like Venom stuff. But you know, I think Nimrod Destroyer is probably the primary path through this that I expect to be good. So thankfully we're gonna win this Asgard because they forgot about Bifrost as well. Oh, maybe they didn't. Were they going for Baxter building? Wow, it's fine either way. We're geniuses, like we said. So Killmonger's pretty great here, but do we want to set up for a Nimrod instead? We don't have any other destroy for Nimrod other than Destroyer. So for instance, if we did like I don't know, Nimrod here, well, maybe Nimrod here and then Destroyer right, we would wipe out that Carnage, which feels kind of wasted. Yeah, I don't think that's it. Killmonger with a X23 puts us at what, 1, 2, 3 deaths. Death costs 3 next turn. It's not really perfect, but I do have 7 energy, so I could play like Attuma. I could still play a Venom. Maybe it's okay. I don't really love this, but it's not the worst either. Grand Master. Okay, well that sucks. Now I don't draw anything. I'm stuck here.
I want the throne.
I mean, Death Right is still gonna be pretty great, but what's the follow-up? It's not Nimrod. It's Bucky. Dang, dude, Bucky sucks. Can we beat a how big's a Darkhawk gonna be, by the way? Darkhawk has we got 6 in deck, so Darkhawk is plus 12, 17 plus 3 is 20. So 21 might actually be a pretty meaningful breakpoint here, I guess. Maybe we try this. A weird game to win, right? Weird game to win. But yeah, math is math, baby. Let's go. We love math. Okay, this is my first game. I didn't love the way this list felt in this game. Some clunkiness, some weirdness, but you know, I tried to pull away from Deadpool basically to open up Attuma Destroyer lines. Okay, X23 lets me get a Nimrod down early, maybe on turn 4. I don't know if that's actually useful necessarily, but could be. No problem, no null. We're good. Easy. Maybe Killmonger mid here. Thinking about like Destroyer positioning is sort of hard. It's hard to know where you want things to go because some cards you don't mind getting destroyed, right? Like right now, left and right, we're fine if they get destroyed, especially with Widow's Kiss. So you know, like Killmonger mid could be a spot the Destroyer wants to go. Although now you're like, oh, Monster Island, well that kind of sucks. I don't want that to get destroyed. So now you're torn again. Man, if I Killmonger mid here and the X23 rolls right, I'm like super sad, right? I could technically bail ourselves out with Destroyer, but I wouldn't have a way to get the X23 active again, and it would be too late. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just hope it doesn't go right. It's that simple. It's that easy. 2 out of 3. Naturally. Why would I expect anything from this stuff, honestly? All right. Yeah, I mean, Nimrod into Attuma doesn't even feel good anymore, man. Destroyer, I really am so sad about this. Attuma deletes Killmonger right now. It doesn't really help us any. It's like it's a 50-50 though. It's like if I want the Nimrod to for sure hit next turn, but just to what end? It's just, this is really bad, dude. Really bad spot. To be honest, this is just really unfortunate, dude. This is so unlucky. Bucky's really unlucky too. So this sends a Nimrod mid, and got 2 cards here. There's just no, this is so awkward, dude. Widow's Kiss in a Monster Island was just so brutal. Really clunky, man. I'm thinking there might be some out with a Venom or something, but I don't really see it. It's so hard to win left. Well, Sandman. Okay. I mean, Wolverine could steal this for me, right? I don't know. Wolverine and X-23 could actually steal it. Dude, this game's felt terrible. They went mid. I think that's going to make life hard. It's really hard for us to win mid, I think, unfortunately. And I don't think we'll get big enough right ever either, because we're only going to have like 1 Nimrod and a X-23 maybe. Okay, mid we got a little better, but that's where their biggest card is going, I presume. Yeah.
There's no strings on me.
We did steal left as anticipated. Man. Yeah, I kind of needed them to play Ultron here, but I guess even then Marvel would have stolen it, so pretty impossible. All right, the making of an interesting hand. Vormir Bucky Barnes. It's beautiful. I never get to do that. Venom mid actually might be oh, Destroyer mid is actually really interesting. Because you can kind of go off multiple times on the Nimrods, right? That's intriguing. It does mean the Winter Soldier gets wiped out in the crossfire here, but that's okay. Venom moving over is kind of cool. Do we just go ahead and rip this Killmonger on the Ant-Man? I don't know, dude. Are they a zoo deck or not? I kind of have turn 4 to be free as well, because I literally might just go Nimrod into Destroyer to try to win this game. Maybe for that reason we actually just tempo the Venom. Again, though, it's gonna move to Asteroid M, so it's just gonna get destroyed. But I don't know. We might pivot. Like we said, we may not do what we think we're gonna do. Depends on the deck. Oh, I'm a genius. Turn 4 is now definitely Killmonger. They have priority. Did they play that demon yet or not? In theory, we might be able to catch a demon bonus as well. How much do we want to greed on that versus just take what we have now? Because if I go Nimrod on 5, I mean, I do have a chance to draw both Carnage and Deathlock, which are pretty great to play alongside Killmonger. Or we could just go now. We'll have a really cheap death. I think we just go now, honestly. We might catch a few more strays. Nice. Oh, that's a weird one to throw into Vormir, but I'll take it.
Rest in
I guess it didn't matter much. Okay. They wanted to protect their Marvel Boy, but I feel like surely they had a better target than that demon, right? At some level. So great bonus of Destroy decks has often been wiping out Zoo, and we're seeing that here. Their Marvel Boy just feels stupidly bad, I bet, at the moment. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately, shoot, we don't really wrong order. We don't really set up well for the death here. I actually need 1 more card to be destroyed prior to Destroyer to play death. It may not matter, like maybe we trust the Destroyer double Nimrod anyway, but I'm like kind of sad. This feels a bit wasted. I guess the opponent's just over it. They are definitely not into this. We weren't going to destroy X-23, so we're really going to have 6 next turn. Going to be some weird world where they maybe destroy one of my cards somehow, but that seems unlikely. But anyway, Destroyer mid, of course, it's going to go off. It's going to hit Nova. It's going to buff the Nimrod to 7, buff the X-23 to 3. It's going to destroy the Nimrod. That's going to send a Nimrod here and a Nimrod here. That's going to have 7 and 14 is 21, 7 here. Destroyer's going to go off again and send a Nimrod here and a Nimrod here. I mean, I guess looking at that, it's not really that good. We would have only ended up with like 7 or maybe 10 power left sometimes. I don't actually know if that was going to be the play. It might have actually just been like death, or maybe a death lock or something here, and then a death or whatever, you know. It really isn't as good as it seems with just the one Nimrod to start, because the second one ends up next to him and doesn't really get destroyed. So like old Destroyer would have been better for that than new Destroyer. It's an example of where Destroyer kind of got worse, I guess.